Hi everyone, Nathan here with ATC Cooling and Heating, and today we're going to talk about geothermal systems. Geosystems are really hot right now, and there are lots of questions about them and how they work and why you should have one. In fact, the US federal government is highly supportive of geothermal systems, and they have a 30% unlimited tax credit. For example, and just using some easy math, if you were to spend $100,000 on a complete geothermal system, you would be eligible for a $30,000 credit on your taxes. But before we go any further, let's take a look at what is a geothermal system and what makes it tick. There are really three main components to a geosystem. Here's our house, here's our geothermal system in the basement, and in this you have two of the pieces. One is the heat pump. The heat pump really is efficiently changing the temperature of the fluid in the system. The other piece that you have here as part of a geothermal system is some sort of distribution system. In this case, it's forced air. You've got a blower and ductwork. And lastly, a geothermal system will have a loop or coil that's either in the ground or possibly in a lake. Now, besides the cool factor, there are really three performance reasons why you would want a geothermal system. Well, first, that's efficiency. And this is on everyone's list, and for good reason. Geothermal systems are 30 to 40% more efficient than even the highest end, bleeding edge air source heat pump systems. Number two, longevity. Geothermal systems simply last longer than air source heat pumps. A conventional heat pump air source system may get 15 years of service, but the owner of a geothermal system can expect 25 years or more on the inside equipment, plus much longer for the water loop in the ground. And number three, you have aesthetics. Because the part doing the heat transfer in a geothermal system is underground or in the lake, there's nothing outside sitting beside your house to ruin the look. This means that there is no heat pump running next to your deck or patio to disturb your barbecue. Add in that tax credit and you can see why geothermal systems are really so popular. A question I've gotten a lot recently is to ask how a geothermal system is so much more efficient than an air source system. Now, the best analogy that I've come up with is that of a guy trying to push a ball up a hill. The steeper the hill, of course, the harder the task. And when it comes to heat pumps, geo or otherwise, the hill is really temperature, or really more accurately, temperature change. I tried to write out some examples for you. In the summertime, it might be a really hot day, and here in eastern Tennessee it's 94 degrees today, but in my example it's 98 degrees. Here's my guy pushing the rock up the hill, and you want it to be 72 degrees inside your house. That equates to a temperature change of 26 degrees. That's how steep the hill is. He's trying to push up 26 degrees. In the winter, it can be even more stark. Here's my guy, here's the rock, here's the hill. It might be really cold outside, maybe 5 degrees, but you still want it to be 72 inside. Now that's a steep hill. It's a 67 degree temperature rise that you're trying to push up that hill. And that's for an air source heat system, right? Because it's using outside ambient air for that temperature outside. A geothermal system is different. You've got a constant temperature in the ground of about 55 degrees. And so instead of starting at 5 degrees, you start at 55. You're still trying to get to 72, but your hill is not very steep at this point. In this case, the temperature change is only 17 degrees. And think about air conditioning for a minute. It's 55 degrees in the soil, and you want it to be 72 in the house? You're kind of rolling that rock downhill. And that's why geothermal systems are so incredibly efficient. In fact, the best geothermal systems return efficiencies as high as 18 HSPF and 25 or better SEER for efficiency in air conditioning. Those numbers are just so much better than any air source heat pump. Now, for more information on geothermal systems or really anything HVAC, check us out at atcservice.com. Thanks for watching.